guys, Trogdor here again, and welcome to another Redstone tutorial. Today I have for you a hidden enchanting room in the floor. I will be having a hidden enchanting table in the wall eventually, but this is the more interesting one. That's why I decided to do this tutorial first. Anyways, let's see what this thing can do. So this is just a little simulation of a floor. Now if I come over to this lever, and remember that these levers can be wherever you want. The input line's down there, so if you hook up a lever to that, it can be wherever. It doesn't have to be a lever, it can be a T flip-flop and so on. But anyways, let's flip it and see what it does. It pulls down our pistons, so we have our bookshelves exposed. We got 15 of them exposed, so this will be max enchanting. I made sure that we had a block here just so we could get out of it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's close it up. And that actually closed up really smooth. Normally they go out of sync when they close up. Let's see if we can show that. Yeah, see how they close up out of sync? That's just because of the way the double piston extender is. I haven't been able to work out that bug yet and make it small. I have other double piston extenders that would work for it, but it would make the build a little bit bigger. Anyways guys, that's basically all it does. It's a cool thing to have, and yeah. So let's get on with the tutorial, guys. Okay guys, so since this is going to be bigger than the flat world will allow me to place it into the ground, we're just going to build it right above the ground. So to start off, we're going to place in our pistons for our double pistons extenders. So to do that, we're just going to go around in a fashion like that with blocks. Then we're going to place 2 pistons on each of these blocks, like so. Then we're going to place a temporary block right there with a piston on it. That's the one that will allow us to get out of the room when it's open, and if we fall in, because, you know. Now we're going to place blocks on each of these pistons. These blocks will be the blocks that are the floor, so you will be able to see those. Then we're going to place a block there with our enchanting table on it. Then we're going to go ahead and place in our bookshelves. So we're going to surround this whole thing with bookshelves. Make sure to leave the gap in between the enchanting table and the bookshelves, otherwise they won't register right. So there you go, you got it like that. Now we're going to place the rest of our flooring blocks right on top of these bookshelves. And then you can place a half slab above your enchanting table. Now this doesn't have to be a half slab, it can be a full block, but you won't be able to see the book that way. So that's up to you. If you put a full block there, it won't mess with the enchanting at all. So now for the fun part, let's get on with our double piston extenders. So these top pistons on the double pistons, we're going to place observer blocks facing directly into them, and you'll see them pulse. I'm going to do that to each of them. Make sure that they're facing in. So we're going to do that to all of the 7 pistons. Again, this one we will get to in a second because that's not a double piston extender. So we're going to go ahead and place that there, get rid of our temporary blocks. On top of these observers, we're going to place 1-tick repeaters, so just on the default setting. I don't know if I have ever explained this, but 1 tick is just default, so you don't click it at all. I'm not sure if that's what gets people confused on some of my tutorials, but this is 1 tick, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. So, default, they have a 1-tick delay. Now we're going to place blocks behind our repeaters. So right behind it like that. And then we're going to actually wrap this line around to the rest of the double piston extenders, or the repeaters that go to those extenders. So like that. So you'll have a line all the way around the back. Now we're going to place redstone dust on each of these blocks. Like this. Like that. Now you're going to place blocks right here. So that's a temporary block. And delete that. Actually, you don't need to delete it, but I'm going to because it's not worth it. So you're going to place them right there. So 1 down and 1 out from your observers. I'm going to do that on each of them. Like that. Now on these blocks, you're going to place a repeater on 4 ticks delay. Like that. And those are going into the observers. And there we go. Now we're going to come down to these blocks. So underneath your observers, you're going to come down and place a repeater going into the blocks underneath the bottom piston of your extenders. These are also going to be on 4 ticks delay. So we're going to go 4, 4, 4, 4, and 4, and so on. Like that. Then we're going to take redstone dust and come out from those repeaters 2 blocks. Doesn't matter if they're again connected. This is tileable, so it all works just fine like this. So there you go. We have those. Now we're going to need some more sticky pistons. And on these top blocks right here with the redstone dust on them, you're going to place a sticky piston facing down. Just in the spots where your double piston extenders are. So over here we're going to have some. 1, 2, 3. 3 of them like that. Then we're going to have 1, 2 right there. This one's not that. Like that. And now all we need to do with this is place redstone blocks on these sticky pistons. Not like that. On the face of the piston part. So just like that. And that's our double piston extender. Now we just need to hook up this one. And that's very easy. We're just going to come out from this side, bring a block around like this. I'm going to place a block right there with a repeater on it. And we're going to bring that line all the way behind that repeater. We're going to place redstone dust like this. And then we're going to place a repeater right here on 4 ticks delay. And that is actually it. So if I put any power to this line, it will close up. So I'm going to place a block there. Then I'm going to grab out a lever, place it there, and I shut it, and it should open up all the way, and voila. Again, this line right here is your input line, so any kind of input you want. It doesn't have to be a lever up here. You could put a lever down here. You could put a T flip-flop to that line. You can have your lever hidden somewhere, whatever you want to do. I just I put it up here for display purposes. But as you can see, it's working just fine, and yes, it does have that weird closing sequence, but that's just the nature of this double piston extender. I did have one that was a little bit bigger and it closed just fine. I personally don't mind it. Anyways guys, that is it for the tutorial. If you enjoyed it and found it helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps out my channel. As always, leave any suggestions down in the comments. I will read through them. And yeah, have a nice day guys. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.